They just literally like put Harley emblems all over everything and pump these guys out by the bajillions, ladies too, and open schools to teach people how to drive. So all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we'll finance you the bike, we'll sell you all the clothes, we'll license you, and we'll sell you the bike. And they did it a billion times. Only Illuminati knows about it, and them and a couple other people. So, yeah, the Harley. I realize I'm bashing. I'm taking an easy route. Easy breezy on that. It's easy to bash that bike. It's easy to bash Harley. They've had so many this, that's, the others, and, you know, ups and downs, and, you know, just like somebody with a really checkered past life, you know, they're easy to mess with. So I am tongue-in-cheek, I am joking. I do think the bike's going to be heavy. And backtracking to my initial statement, I do kind of, all jokes aside too, I think that I hope they got something up their sleeve, because it's kind of like you just asked for it, you know. It's like you're asking for it if you show up at the swim meet with no arms, you know what I mean? Like, not that somebody would make fun of that, but you get the point. Is you're not probably going to be the guy to do the breaststroke, you know. So just as Harley is I just doesn't scream off-road, you know, to me. I did hear it said one time, well, why did Harley come up with why did Harley come up with an adventure touring motorcycle? And the answer was, well, people who go off-road deserve to break down also. I thought that was quite cute. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what they're doing. It makes you wonder if that's even real. You know, that would not surprise me at all to find out that wasn't true. But then again, you know, I heard that they announced it themselves. And here's the thing, I've also heard, I talked to, just in a quick nutshell, hell, there's a couple of them right there, Indy and Harley, I think. I don't know those bikes very well. Because I'm wondering about Harley, like what, I had heard that they're making some big factory decisions, changes, and they're sending some of their manufacturing over to China, and they're swearing, hey, we'll never sell any of the China bikes here. You know, I don't believe that for a second. Again, it's easy to bash Harley. I know it sounds like I am. Well, they're an easy target. I'm just kind of speaking out of humor and just truthful insofar as what I know. So they say they'll never sell the bikes here, but it kind of just makes you wonder, like, how this correlates with that adventure touring bike. The timing is just suspicious that they're coming out with this new bike and this new genre of riding, and at the same time they're having all these sales troubles with their street bikes. But let me tell you this, I know why they're having the trouble with the street bikes, and it's a major, and the only real and true beef that I have with Harley-Davidson. Not like Harley-Davidson gives a crap, but I do, and it's this. Number one, the reason Harley is having trouble with sales is, one, their market share is down. I heard that said, I think, in 690 ADV 690 Garage video, that the market share is down. Well, he's right. They're just not, you know, young Harley guys aren't being raised up. They're going to other styles and other types of bikes that make more sense to them, or whatever other brand has successful marketing has won them over. In any case, here's what they did though. They also sold too many damn motorcycles. They became their own bank, and so they could approve anybody, and they just started pumping these bikes out. And if you notice, companies like the Japanese companies, they're brilliant with that. They only make so many bikes, period. they know they can't inundate their market, because then the used market becomes strong in the years to come, and their sales go down. So there's like this perfect number that they ride at, pun intended, and it enables them to sell an optimal number of bikes for their sales. And it was really cool for them too, because it really keeps their production and their manufacturing in a really controlled environment, so to speak. So Harley did not do that. They just sold every bike, and that which leads to my real beef with Harley-Davidson overall. Is a very frustrating thing, and I think a lot of you Harley guys will definitely agree with me, and I'd like to hear your take on this. I would love to hear your take on this subject. And if anything I ever say, put it in the comments if you disagree with it. I'm all about learning. I do not have much of an ego. I don't mind saying I'm wrong and learning. So, and just don't be an ass. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I honestly am not educated in this matter. I just saw this happen, and this beef that I have, and I want to just share it right now. And Harley sold just countless bikes. They had no regard for their used market. They had no regards for their aftermarket sales, where these guys are buying these Harleys and can't even sell them now. In fact, most Harley dealerships have a used department now that they're consigning bikes, because it's better than the market's better than the new bikes. Why would I go buy a new one when somebody's already taken the hit and less price? I can get one with 1,000 miles on it or less. So they sold all these freaking bikes, right? But not only did they do that, I want to paint a little picture for you guys. Now, imagine you're a Harley guy, right? You're this legit dude. Everybody knows me. It's just everybody's got an uncle or a brother's friend or something who's just this legit Harley dude, right? And so it's a lifestyle, and I get it. I've been a surfer, a rock climber, and a rider, and higher level considerations during my lifetime. And all of those, just like golfing and every other thing, it comes with a certain look and a style, and that's okay. It's cool. It's a band. It's an identification. It's a posse. It's a brotherhood. Nothing wrong with that. But here's what they did. But I've never really thought about it this way. They violated that brotherhood. They most earnestly violated themselves, the brotherhood, and their whole legacy by creating what I call these Harley guy mills, right? So these guys come in one door, looking however they do, a golfer, a midlife crisis, Michael, every walk, every businessman, every worker, everybody come in one door wearing what they would wear in those situations, and to come out the other door on a Harley dressed like a Harley guy, right? The torn jeans that are brand new, the whole damn deal, man. It's insane when you look at it, when you look at the reality of what they did, and if I were, that's my point, it's the gist of the beef. Sorry if I beat around the bush when I talk so much, it's just the way my brain works. They kind of insulted that whole culture, like all of a sudden all these guys are walking out the back door looking like what took these guys a lifetime to get to, and some depth to the culture of it, and some integrity and some real brotherhood, and they just made a mockery of it almost, and I really feel like they did that. They really screwed the pooch, jumped the shark. They lost a lot of following, and they should have, because that was cold-hearted, that was greedy, and it destroyed their legacy, in my opinion. And I would say shame on you, Harley. Like, why? What makes you think you can do that? Yeah, it was your culture, like your brand of your motorcycle was at the center of it, but it wasn't yours to take, and it wasn't yours to make a Disney World out of. It's like Epcot Davidson or something. So that's it. That's the rant. I've held that frustration about Harley for a long time, and just, you know, not vicariously, but just from afar, just off to the side. Like, I'm not a Harley guy. I just know that if you know, Ron John Surf Shop kind of did that. You know, there's this cool surf shop, then they just got huge in Florida, and they just started pumping people out the back door in board shorts and crappy little boards, and crowded up all the breaks, and just kind of tarned the name, tarned the brotherhood of it. And so that's it. I could go on about that for a long time, but just wanted to say that. I say in conclusion, if you like that Pan America, I think maybe in some arguable thing, it's something about it maybe cool or something. You know, I don't know. It just seems huge to me, but then again, I'm a little guy, so, you know, the 1290 Super Adventure Dealio is a big bike too. It's probably about, you know, 3,200 pounds lighter, but we shall see, man. If anybody knows anything more about it, keep everybody informed. Let's not let everybody just get on and rant about something they don't know about like I just did. Let's get some data up in it, and always up in it. And at Storymoto ADV, we always welcome comments, we always welcome information, and of course, you know, in YouTube world, you want your posts, get engagement, and all that, and of course we want that, but we also want data too. We live on our motorcycles, and we live motorcycles, so everything about them is very important to us, and we know a lot, and we know very little, because I know a million things, I think, or 1,038,000, something like that, but there's a billion to know. So that would be my range. Map leads down to this chamber system. Well, not a chamber system, it's a series of tunnels that lead to a chamber. Secret, total Delphic. Only Illuminati knows about it, and them and a couple other people. It leads down to something that was lost, and it's the CEO of Harley. It's where they keep his mind that he lost. And that's it. I don't know how else to say it. Just keep that low, man. The guy lost his mind when they came out with this adventure Harley, and you know, not to make light of it. I'm not making light of another man's plight. I mean, the guy lost his mind, for God's sake, you know, and it's not funny. But pray tell, you can find it if you follow that map. It's that map on the tank. I don't know. I shouldn't even have brought that up. Oh God. But it is what it is, you know. We don't make fun of another person's loss. It's not good. But the guy lost his mind, and when they came out with that bike, and I'll be damned if it's not down in that chamber, mapped on the tank of all places. I mean, how brazen, huh? I mean, are you kidding me? You know, what if people find out, and they actually go down there and they find his mind, and enable him to come to his senses, and what happens then? The world is robbed of perhaps the only hope that the Tenere ever had to not be the heaviest single inanimate object on Earth. I mean, come on, guys. If the, you know, I'm just trying to, let's be real, okay? If we're gonna believe some of it, we're gonna believe all of it. You know, we gotta come to terms with this stuff and just own it. And it's hard. I have to talk to my kids tonight about it, and just, man, Tenere never had a chance, man. And they would have, God, they would have smoked it too. It would have been, what, 3,100 pounds lighter than the Harley. 3,100 pounds lighter. I mean, just talk about taking the trophy, getting the plaque. I mean, consolation prize. Well, are you kidding me? How many motorcycles we got in this joint? There's everywhere. That's mine. This is probably when I got the wings pipe on this one. So the wings pipe drops like 15 pounds, something like that. Mine comes in at 298. That's like 3,400 pounds lighter than the 3,300 pounds. 3,400 pounds. 3,402 pounds lighter than the Pan America. Anyway, I'm back here at 690 Garage, and y'all just try to keep that to yourself, because I don't want anybody getting hurt. And plus, if that guy finds his mind when he comes to his senses, all those Chevelles are gonna be wasted.